Happy Monday, everybody. Actually, let me correct that. It's Tuesday. It's my Monday for work, at least. I was off yesterday, so it is technically Tuesday. A little congested today. Woke up sore throat yesterday and now congestion today. Of course, it only figures since I'm looking at a new line of products for myself today. What I'm starting off with, just so everybody can see, Stroppe Shoppe. This is the package. I got the holiday edition. And then it came in this nice little box. It had little cutouts, little holiday greeting of sorts. And it came with one big tub of Baker Street. And then it came with these half tubs. Came with 5 of them. Apple cinnamon, Alpine frost, Russian tea, and then the one I'm going to use today, which I'll show in a second. But then they threw in this bay rum, which it's the special edition, which I'll get into in a minute. And then the one I'm using today is Pomegranate Cider. I'm using that in conjunction with Jason, I think his last name's Schultz. We got the same deal. It was $30 for the box. They threw in that bay rum in mine for free, and it's the size of half a tub, so how awesome is that? Kudos to them, I can't thank them enough. I don't even know who owns the company. Doesn't really matter to them. Just thank you if they happen to see this. But we decided we're going to go through day by day, same product, kind of give our same thoughts on stuff. It's a little hard for me now, of course, since I'm congested. But when I get up close in the pomegranate cider, you definitely pick up both ingredients that they talk about on there. To me, I definitely get the cider smell. There's that smell of cider in there, really, really good. It's a strong smell. Yesterday I wasn't congested. I could smell it. It was, I would say, what I would call pushing it right to the edge of good scent strength. Where some might say if it went further, it might be too strong. To me, it wouldn't be the case. But using my Semogue 1305, and then my razor, I'll be using my 1943 Gem Junior. Off of Jason's thoughts of this soap this morning, it was mentioned that somebody said it can be a little hard to load this soap, and that it may take a little more water. So we'll see if that proves out. Because of the hardness concept, I used my board today. I'd actually thought about using one of my synthetics because haven't used them in a while. But alas, keep with my animal. See, it's already building up a good lather in the knot, or it's accumulating. You can see it's starting to froth up already. See how that does. It's a little hard loading those half tubs. You can't really splay the knot at all, but that's fine by me. But yeah, it was a really good deal because, like I said, it was $30. It came with the equivalent of 3 tubs of their soap, and their soap runs 1999, 1995, if I remember correctly. Ooh. And let me first say real quick, I'm not a big. I don't think I would be a big fan of food and drink related soaps. Kind of stayed away from that. But because of this deal, and I really wanted to try Stroppe Shoppe, I had to try it. So I have to admit I was a little concerned when I saw 2 of the soaps were food related. It was this pomegranate cider and the apple and cinnamon. But this is definitely a very inviting scent. Now, of course, if you're somebody who, I don't know if this one, sorry, I dropped my towel. If this one has cinnamon in it like the apple cinnamon does, I would imagine it does since it's got a cider smell to it, or that's a profile. So if you're a person who's had cinnamon allergies, when it comes to soaps and reactions, this is probably going to be one to stay away from. But But I was getting back to it. So for 30 bucks for this soap, for 5 things of soap, the equivalent of 3 tubs. Shipping was a little expensive. It was 10 bucks. At least for me. I think somebody else said it was 12 for them because of where they were at. Must be a little piece of the soap from the tub. But still 40 bucks. It's the equivalent of 2 tubs before shipping. So right there I got an extra tub in my mind. And there were enough soaps that appealed to me from the scents that were stuck in the box. Fill my tub in my bowl. And then them throwing in another half tub for free. It's a beautiful deal. Now I believe what I was saying earlier, this is the older formula. And I don't know, I believe it's still a formula they're using. The Bay Rum one is the, how'd they put it, is the special edition. And I believe that has extra ingredients into it from what I'd read before on their site. Supposed to offer a better protection. Could be my lather. I'll judge the lather at the protection at the end because, especially a new soap, feels like it might be a little dry. So it's hard for me. I don't want to judge the cushion and slickness yet. And I think what I'm going to do at the end is I'm going to go ahead and do kind of a compilation video at the end of all this when I do all the products. Just going to get my overall thoughts. That'll give me 6 shaves. To fully judge the performance of these soaps. We'll say this, even with only half a nostril, I'm still picking up the smell. Kind of reminds me of like when you have warm cider. And a lot of people don't have really warm cider, but if you're from a cold climate, you've definitely had warm cider before. Alright, first pass done. A lot of times my first pass lather tends to be a little drier. Because I know when I add water back, I want to hydrate a little bit better. So we'll see how this goes. I want to quick throw one thing out to you guys. This is me more looking for feedback and on a question I have. And please put it on the YouTube video link, not the Facebook link, because I want to be able to look at this through time instead of me having to search for it in the Facebook pages. Just please comment below and after the video is over or during the video, whatever. But a few months ago, actually it's been longer than that. It was Easter. Had a gentleman show up my door and starts talking about Jesus and all that, and what he was saying rung true to everything I knew and everything I still know of what he was talking about. And so he at the end leaves me a little flyer. I thank him. I walk inside, look at it, and then I see it's the Jehovah's Witness pamphlet. And I grew up around Jehovah's Witnesses. Some of my best friends, kids right across the street, were Jehovah's Witnesses. But if there's one thing I've learned, and I do respect this because I wish Christians did this more, they will, if you answer the door and take their pamphlet, they'll come back because they want to do a follow-up. I get it. Not judging that at all. Like I said, I give them a lot of credit because Christians most of the time don't do that kind of stuff. It's one of my biggest appreciations for the Jehovah's Witnesses and the Mormons is they go door to door spreading their word. May not always be the most enjoyable visits, when it comes to it's uncomfortable. But my question to you guys is, what do you guys do, or what do you suggest I do or say next time he comes back? And because obviously our faiths are different. We don't believe the same things. I'm not going to convert. How should I put it? Obviously I want to be nice. And please only post nice comments. I don't want this to turn into, oh, get off my porch or anything like that. I want nice, respectful comments. Because like I said, I respect this gentleman. Because he's doing something I've never done. And I have to admit, I probably never would have the courage to do. Maybe someday I will. But that's good, 2 passes already. Could stop there, but why stop there? Let's go for 3. So just, give me your suggestions of what you think I should say. I don't want to get into a biblical throwdown, My thought is just kind of, thank him for his concern and his time. In the past, I've mentioned, I'm a devout Christian. I've been telling him I'm always at church, or I'm out at church a lot. Participate, all that stuff. So I've tried to lay out the hints of, hey, this is what I believe, without getting into arguments, because I don't want to get into that, and I don't think it would escalate to that anyways. But how do you think I should end cap it? Like I said, I just want to be nice, but I also want to, get my point across to the gentleman. Also, this is a shaving question. I'd like everybody's opinion on razor restorations. Should I get this razor? It's hard to tell probably. Should I get it redone? Or do you think it's better to leave razors in their natural used look? I thought about sending it off to Razors Renaissance, see if they can work with this. I got it off of Mike McKinley. I know his preference. But I'm just wondering from the shaving brothers and sisters, what you guys think. I don't know if I'll do it. I'm just really liking this razor. I think it has the potential to be almost a daily driver. Being the military edition, I'd really like to be able to bring it back to its glory. But I also know that it ruins the historical aspect of it, and that's important to me too. So I'm torn myself. So I'm just looking for advice. Let's see. Little spot there. Oh, she missed a little there. Get 2 quick touch-ups. Oh, and the cool thing about what Jason and I are doing today is actually, I asked him what he was using for an aftershave last night, and I told him what I was going to be using probably. And he came up with a different suggestion. Rinse my face now. Saying what he was going to use. I saw he used this, so I'll show you what I'm going to use in a second. So since I had the product in stock, or in my den, I said, hey, this is probably one of the few times I'll be able to use the exact same aftershave and soap as an individual. So let's go ahead and do it. And that is going to be Aquavelva Ice Blue. I haven't used this in a while. You can tell I'd used it a good amount before. A lot of it because it does come out really, really fast. The cheap stuff, but the little flow nozzle is pretty much non-existent. So you do end up wasting a lot. Now, I'm going to say this right now. I've avoided alcohol splashes for quite a while, except for the country club. And so I haven't used alcohol with this gem, and I am not getting a single burn feeling. The sting, you get the alcohol sting, but I'm not getting the hot spot. I'm getting the menthol mainly, the cool down here. So to me, that tells me 2 things. One, my technique must be doing pretty decent with the gem. But 2, the soap had to have offered good protection, because obviously if it was not a good shaving soap, it would be stinging like crazy. So overall, I'm going to say the scent of this, even with congested nose, the scent was beautiful. I loved it. It's a food scent that I could definitely use. I look forward to trying it again when I've got all my senses. But if the deal is still out there, go to Stroppe Shoppe. I suggest this just for the price. You can't go wrong if you want to try their products instead of getting the samples. Let's get this. I would say you'd have a very easy time reselling this stuff if you didn't like it. But no irritation, no response to any of the products in here. Like I said, I'll go over a full overview of the products later on in a different video. But so far, I'm liking it. Scent was good and strong. Like I said yesterday, it came through congestion, so it means to me it's got a good enough scent profile. Everything responded really well. I'll probably put on some other product later on my face before I leave for work for a cologne. But just please answer back to those 2 questions that I asked earlier. I appreciate you guys' time. Everyone, God bless. Have a great Tuesday, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.